Welcome back to Washington Desk. And this is our New Jersey update segment with Worldview 2 political correspondent Mark Naughton and the Green Party nominee for governor, Stephen Zielinski. Mark, Steve, thank you for joining us.
Neil, Mark, thank you for having me.
So, Mark, why don't you talk to me about some of the dynamics in New Jersey which make the Green Party interesting, and then Stephen will tell us if we're right or wrong. Is that fair? We'll put you on the spot, friend. Go ahead. You're up.
I think so. So I first became aware of Stephen at a NAACP rally inside of Princeton University just a few days ago, and the one thing I noticed is in New Jersey. Remember, Vice President Harris, she lost largely two major voter demographics, being young women and young men, both. Okay, actually more so young men, but she lost both of those, and that was devastating. Now I watched Stephen and the crowd, and it was mostly young people, largely, at this meeting in Princeton, and he multiple times had the largest crowd reaction and applaud of these young people. So I'm just checking in with you, Stephen, and say, are you resonating with the young people, and why?
Well, that's one of the things I mentioned at the forum. Is I looked at the 2021 election results, and from the age of 19 to 29 was only 5% of the turnout, where most of it was obviously 55 and older. To me, that is, first of all, a strategic way to actually increase your voter population. But at the same time, the things that I'm talking about are resonating with the younger generation. We're talking about climate change. We're talking about eating healthy, or cancer, affordable housing. One of the things I didn't get into is the younger generation. You're getting out of college, and I imagine for Neil and I, college was a lot cheaper back then than it is now.
Hold on,
Stephen.
Stephen, hold on. People don't believe me when I tell them that you used to be able to work all summer and get enough money to pay your room and board and tuition at a state school. That is true. Yeah. I lived that.
Yep.
That is fantasy land today. But go ahead. I interrupted you, sir.
No problem. So the thing is this, they're coming out of college, and obviously they don't want to go back living with their parents. They would like to do what their parents did and their grandparents and stuff. So, how do we make that possible? Now, there's a multifaceted issue. We don't have enough housing in the state. Everything's gone up, electric, the whole 9 yards. So we got to work it that making it possible for them. And one of the things I want to do for the state of New Jersey is their principal and interest on their loans will be deducted off of their taxes. As either a deduction or a credit. I haven't figured that math out yet, but we got to give them a head start. We can't just not take care of them. And one area. And I got tons of things. You bring on the questions, and I'm here for you.
All right, Mark, you keep going, and then and then I'll have Adam.
Another one for you, Stephen, is Green Party, and again, this kind of with the young people. Really, it was Governor Murphy had these big offshore wind projects. Okay, President Trump canceled them immediately with his executive order. But I was following New Jersey politics then, and I still am, obviously. And it was sort of a bipartisan unity referendum against this governor. The people didn't want the offshore wind. They're saying it was an eyesore. It's going to kill tourism, and also it's killing the whales. But you are the leading. I guess I'm going to call you the naturalist. What is the position with the wind offshore?
Okay, so I'm going to blow your socks off. I don't believe in offshore wind. I believe in wind technology, but again, anything that we do has got to be a good ROI, and it's got to balance out not just the aesthetics, but the natural habitat and the seafood industry. our seafood industry is over $1 billion a year. And if we're going to, and obviously because of climate change and things of this nature, the natural habitat is moving farther and farther offshore. So they're losing money on this. We have God knows how many million square feet of warehouse space throughout the state of New Jersey. There's technology that's done that combines wind technology with solar, and we could put them across all our warehouses and not open spaces, but our warehouses. We could actually build canopies. Imagine you are going to take New Jersey Transit and you pull up and park your car there. That should be all covered with solar canopies. And right there alone, plug in your EV vehicle if you have it. Just the transmission lines coming off is wrong. Those are the things. It's got to make sense in 5 different levels, if that makes any sense at all.
Yeah, sure. I got last one from my side here is a little bit against your opponent here.
Mark.
Yeah.
Mark.
Yeah.
I need you to draw blood. You haven't even gotten close. I need you to draw blood. All right, go for it.
Okay. Trump killing the wind farms offshore, good or bad?
It doesn't. Quite honestly, I don't believe in him in the first place. So to me, that's a non-event.
Sounds
you
good.
support the Trump position. You support the Trump position.
Whether he did it or not, I wasn't going to go for it. So if that answers your question.
Well, it doesn't. You know it doesn't.
I know it doesn't. I stand on my own 2 feet. That's what I'm saying.
All right, here we go. I'm no one's man but your own. So the Green Party has had remarkable strength in certain pockets, like say Essex County, and the last governor's race in 21, that was a 3.2 margin for Murphy. If the Greens cut into the Democratic turnout, is there a possibility that you could hand the state to the Republicans, especially considering that, I'm not saying Trump won New Jersey, but like 6 or 7 points is kind of like a win, right? It's not the 15, 20 that Republicans have dealt with for the last 35, 40 years. What say you, sir?
So, again, it's going to be a 3-way race.
Right.
And I believe that we can, if I got the strong backing of the younger voters, the teachers, just the farmers in the state of New Jersey, the immigrants, all those different things, it's going to be a 3-way. It's going to be close. I know you don't believe that. But trust me, I'm going to be like the Seabiscuit back in 1936.
Okay, well, there you go. I didn't read that book or see the movie. So let me tell you.
Didn't see the movie? So give you a little background. So Seabiscuit was a smaller horse who had not a great trainer and not a great jockey, and pulled it out. And again, we're at the Depression. Now, I didn't grow up then. My dad was, during that time. But it was it's that feel-good thing. And the state of New Jersey needs something like that. And it's about the issues. It's not about red.
I don't know if that horse was really affected by the stock market crash. I don't know if he was ticked off about tariffs, the Depression, and it's like it's a horse. So let's just say this. We know you're going to have strength in sort of the fancier parts of New Jersey, right? Am I right in saying you'll have strength pulling from Essex County? Where else are you going to be strong? Where else are you going to be strong?
I think in South Jersey. One of the things that I'm bringing about is obviously Medicare for all. There's a bill in the Senate right now. And they're tired. They're tired of what's going on. They're tired of getting kicked away from claims, things of this nature. And we could actually reduce our taxes by doing this. And that's one of the things I'm working on right now. It's about not just saying, because again, some of the other candidates I'm going to be, are saying that I'm going to drop taxes 15%.
Don't be so nice.
Name them.
So Josh is actually saying that he's going to drop 15% of property taxes across the board.
Let people know who he is. Josh who?
Josh Gottheimer.
Very good.
Josh Gottheimer. Did you hear? But how is that going to happen? And my thing is, it's either, if you're not bringing in major revenue into the state to counteract that, then it's a numbers game that's not really going to happen. One of my goals, again, and if give me a couple seconds, and I told Mark actually saw it, is our electric problem in the state. We know that as of June 1st, our electric bills are going up 20%. The problem is that the regional grid, PMJ, basically jacked up the prices because they're not getting enough supply. Steve Sweeney, I know you had Ed Durr on before, and he was like, I don't think green energy works, and I disagree. I've been in the solar industry for over 8 years. I've sold in California, I've sold in Texas, I've sold in Ohio, Virginia, all over the place. One of the things is we need to actually bring manufacturing into the state. So I'm looking at a couple different solar panel companies to come into the state and actually create this that are U.S. made.
I gotta cut you off here just to say, but to summarize what you're saying, and I want to be fair to your point, is that if you can reform the energy grid, restructure it, and add, say, solar to create cheaper energy, that would facilitate an expansion of manufacturing and those jobs and those property taxes and the whatnot. Is that fair?
Yeah, and it brings in more revenue into the state as well, obviously.
And so
that actually adds to taxes. So, I'm sorry.
You should be wearing a MAGA hat. That sounds pretty Trumpian, doesn't it?
I deal with issues. I don't deal with red or blue. I knew you're going to keep calling me over. I'm good with this. I like this.
All right. So, Steven Zielinski, thank you very much for joining us at Washington Desk. Where can people find you on the socials?
So I'm on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, X. My website is Zielinski.
Go ahead.
Zielinski, the number 4 green 2025. So it's easy to look up. Yeah.
All right, fantastic. Hey, thank you very much for joining us. And Mark,
thank you.
You hit it out of the park. Another great segment by the great Mark Naughton, Worldview 2 political correspondent.